If you're planning a trip to Europe and considering Iberia Airlines, you're probably curious about a few things. Are they punctual? Do they have good service? And, of course, is it worth your hard-earned money? Let's dive in and find out. In this video, I'm going to answer all those questions and more. I'll share my personal experience from the moment I stepped into the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to touching down in beautiful Madrid, Spain. Trust me, you'll get all the insights that you need to make an informed decision about flying with Iberia. With over 50 hours of research and multiple international flights under my belt, I've gathered all the necessary details to give you an honest review. Plus, having flown with several airlines, I've got a pretty good baseline for comparison. First up, punctuality. Both my outgoing and return flights left on time, with the outbound flight even arriving 10 minutes early and the return flight 15 minutes ahead of schedule. However, don't get too excited, as we had to wait on the tarmac until our scheduled arrival time on the return flight. So while it's nice to be early, it didn't make much of a difference, at least on the return flight. For punctuality, I'm giving Iberia Airlines 5 stars. Now let's talk about legroom. I sat in coach, and to be honest, the legroom felt pretty standard compared to other flights I've taken in coach. Nothing extraordinary, but not uncomfortable either. If you're of average height, you should be just fine. For legroom, I'm giving Iberia 5 stars. The flight attendants were hospitable and responsive when I managed to track them down. That leads me to the issue here. The flight attendants on Iberia either choose to or do not know how to respond to the call attendant light and sound. I pressed my call attendant button several times during the flights. I know I sound very high maintenance when I say that, but over an international flight, it's long and you may need different things. I needed to hydrate. I needed water. And the attendants simply do not respond to the call attendant light or sound. Press the button, nothing happened. Every time I had to either wave down or get up and go find an attendant to get service. When I did find an attendant, they were friendly and very helpful. Just please note, the call attendant button on Iberia Airlines is basically non-existent. For attendance, service, I'm giving Iberia 3 stars. Now, for in-flight entertainment and Wi-Fi, or as I like to categorize these under network, the entertainment options were decent, but not as extensive as I've seen on other airlines. Thankfully, I came prepared with my own preloaded content, many YouTube videos that I've been meaning to catch up on, important stuff like Saturday Night Live skits and how to make AI videos of my dog going into space and starting a Shih Tzu space colony. For the network category, I'm giving Iberia 4 stars. Okay, expense. Finally, let's talk about the cost. My round trip from Dallas to Madrid was $769 US, with an extra $100 for a cancel for any reason option. Given my extensive price comparisons, I found this to be a pretty decent deal, especially since prices can skyrocket if you book closer to summer. For expense, I'm giving Iberia 4 stars. So what's my final verdict? Overall, I was relatively satisfied with my experience with Iberia Airlines, and my overall rating would be 4 stars. They delivered on punctuality, offered reasonable legroom, and provided a good value for the money, despite a few service hiccups. Thanks for joining me on this journey from Dallas to Madrid. If you found this review helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more travel reviews and tips. And if you're curious about where to stay and how to get around once you get to Spain, make sure to stay tuned for my other videos where I review hotels and the train systems in Spain. Safe travels, and see you in the next video.